Welcome, tips, tricks, and timing. Today we're going to talk about some tasty vegetables, and those of you out there, don't get that face already. We're talking about beets. And I know people go, oh, beets, ew. And we're talking about kohlrabi as well. But remember, beets are very tasty, very nutritious. And so they're good for more than just pickling, okay? So these are just pickled beets, came out of my garden. But do you know you can eat the greens on both kohlrabis and beets? Very tasty, very nutritious. Another really cool thing about beets is, do you know you can grow them in partial shade? Most vegetables require at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight a day. With beets, if you grow them in a slightly shaded spot, you're going to get more greens and less root, but you could still certainly grow them that way. And the greens are really, really tasty. Now consider that like kohlrabi, you see here we have purple, you see them a lot of times in green. Beets come in multiple colors as well, so you can find ones that are white or yellow or red or circles in them, but each different color has a different flavor, so certainly try some things. They're very quick to grow. If you are going to seed them in the house, which you can, but most people don't think about, especially when it comes to beets, you want to plan to have them ready to go in the garden for when the soil temperatures outside are 40 degrees or more. So for both of these, that's maybe 2 to 3 weeks. You don't want to really leave them in your trays or your containers too long. If you do that, the roots get damaged as you transplant them. So fairly quick crop times. Both are cool season, which means they can go to the garden much earlier than a lot of others. Remember, you can start some in trays or containers in the house, but then you can also direct seed into the garden so you can get succession planting, which means you're going to get a lot more planting out of your garden each year using that space very well. Now, once it goes to the garden, very carefully take it out of your containers and plant it into a nice soil. Soil is very generally, the better the soil, the better the plant. So nice, nutritious, rich soil is best. But if you don't have that, amend with compost. Now, when you get ready to go to the garden with them, some of the things you might have a problem with are going to be little predators like slugs, or with the kohlrabis, the cabbage looper, little green worm. So I would highly recommend row covers for that. So the things to remember here is these are cool season. They're going to start easily for you in the house, but don't leave them in there too long. And then they can transplant to the garden much earlier than some others. Then you will also have the opportunity to plant them later on. So pick up extra seeds and enjoy these things. And please do give beets a try. They're really not as nasty as everybody thinks. Thank you much.